Hello everyone, my name is Hiro Kim, and I chose a company called Cisco Systems as my topic for Financial Market Report. Here are the table of contents. I'm going to briefly explain about Cisco Systems first and share my thoughts at the end. Cisco Systems is an American multinational technology conglomerate. The company was founded on December 10, 1984 in the US. Chuck Robbins is the Chief Executive Officer and Chairman of the company. The company mainly manufactures and sells networking hardware, software, telecommunications equipment, and other high technology services and products worldwide. And here are the terminologies I would like to introduce. A plunge in financial terms is a sudden dramatic drop in a security's price or in an overall market. Metrics are measures of quantitative assessment commonly used for assessing, comparing, and tracking performance or production. And the group of metrics will typically be used to build a dashboard for analysts to review on a regular basis to maintain performance on business strategies. The dot-com bubble, also known as the internet bubble, was a rapid rise in US technology stock equity valuations, fueled by the investments in the internet-based companies during the bull market in the late 1990s. And here comes the unfortunate news. It's time to give Cisco stock a second chance after the plunge. So what happened? Well, after reporting quarterly results, Cisco stock fell from $48 to as low as $38 and lost a patent infringement case that will cost $1.9 billion. So what really happened and why did it happen? Well, there are two simple cases to explain. First case, Cisco Systems lost a patent infringement case that will cost $1.9 billion. A U.S. judge ordered Cisco Systems to pay $1.9 billion to a Virginia company that accused of copying cybersecurity patents. Cisco Systems states that they gave enough substantial evidence of non-infringement, but Judge Henry Morgan said Cisco did not have any objectively reasonable defenses at the trial, citing inconsistencies in Cisco's evidence and that its own technical documents, many of which the Virginia company itself introduced at the trial, prove the accuser's case. And that was the dramatic downfall against Cisco Systems. Second one, the hidden threat. Zoom achieved its position. Zoom, the biggest rival, became Zoom Video Communications due to the coronavirus. Cisco had a software called WebEx from ages ago, very similar to a Zoom, but the platform cannot compete well against Zoom. Zoom provides wider range in online communication tool, but Cisco's WebEx requires subscriptions, while Zoom can provide its ability same as WebEx for free. And Zoom feature gets much better than the free version if you pay it. If you pay the subscription is paid, just like what we are experiencing right now during the class in APU, it gets pretty better. So from this repercussion, the Cisco's slow-moving company indecisive movement unfortunately led the young threats to reach higher and a better position, leaving Cisco behind badly. And potential impacts of the event from this incident. For the first one, Cisco Systems may be able to spin off managed infrastructure services as a separate public company. For instance, long time ago, the company called International Business Machine spin off to focus more squarely on newer opportunities in hybrid cloud applications and artificial intelligence. So if Cisco does something similar, the stock may be able to rise to the trade level from $44 to $46, according to Investor Place, which I also agree as well. And the Cisco could potentially possibly increase its dividend to appeal to income investors, but it will need to aggressively buy back the shares at the current levels to maximize shareholder returns, of course. And yeah, then the Cisco stock could establish an uptrend path instead of underperforming. More details in the references if you'd like to check them out. And Cisco won a 5G deal with Verizon Communications. On October 7th, 2020, the company won a small 5G deal with Verizon Communications, and it's about the increasing fan safety within the COVID-19 pandemic by providing mobile edge computing capabilities. And in practical terms, the 5G wideband network will enable crowd density and crowd flow management. And currently, sports events have limited seating because of the COVID-19. Perhaps in the future, governments will require physical distancing standards. Therefore, both Cisco and Verizon may be able to come up with a workable solution and gain its reputation greatly. And there's going to be a Tenkusai in APU as well, and the student office and academic office, I think, they're using their power, to utilize Zoom and show the great show of Tenkusai, according to the information from the Tenkusai people. Last but not least, the viewpoints, my opinions on this overall. Cisco Systems is unlikely to reverse its revenue decline only next quarter, because of the huge backlash from the lawsuits. So it will need to reward their patient investors for now until the underperforming segments rebound, because Cisco is still a conglomerate company with solid demands that supports like variety of infrastructures in the U.S. and other regions. But I still think that it's not a good time to invest for the next quarter for now, as it has the potential to decrease again because of the uncertainty of other companies suing and breaking down its reputation again. The patterns are quite complicated in this lawsuit, and because Cisco lost the case and not having substantial evidence to defend, and they won't be able to win because that's why they lost, because they don't have that evidence that the judge wanted. So it's likely that the company is not completely settled. In addition to that, Cisco Systems needs to improve the software WebEx as soon as possible, as there are many more online tools for online meetings that's much better than the website just like Zoom. And as shown in the picture, the revenue decreased by 9% to $12.2 billion from that $13.4 billion over the year. So unless their software WebEx gets upgraded to a better version, I don't think they'll be doing good. I think they're going to lose more revenue by the next year due to COVID-19. Alright, that's it for my presentation about Cisco Systems. I hope this was explained in depth and enlightened everyone from my analysis. Thanks for listening.